All right, Jules. With Klopp, you speculated that it would be actually might be an upper, might be a boost to their title winning chances.
Yeah, I really believe that. Here, wow.
We're both really negative. I don't think anybody's going to say, "Oh, look, Xavi's leaving at the end of the year. Let me play better. Let me defend better." And to me, it's a mystery because, and I wrote this in my column today. Like I said, if I were Xavi and I communicated on the spot after that defensive freak show that I saw from Cancelo, from Ronald Araujo passing the ball, I can understand somebody making an emotional decision and saying, like, that's it, I'm done. I'm done with you Muppets.
Yeah.
That's obviously not the case, but it's hard to see how he won't be seen as a lame duck unless, look, we're both Xavi fans. Let's come out.
Completely.
Unless he knows your psychology so well that saying he's going to leave is actually going to make the players rally around and saying, guys, we can still change his mind. No,
I don't think. I think this comes on the back. Here? No, this comes on the back of reports already, and including on ESPN, that he lost the dressing room, or that the players were not on board anymore so much, that there were tensions.
Let's name names. I'm sure the reports don't name who he lost in the dressing room.
No, but
who do you think? Because I really wonder who has status in that dressing room, and who would be enough of a snake and that's stupid enough as well to not understand Barcelona's overall financial situation as well, that they would turn on Xavi. I would.
Okay, so Lewandowski doesn't seem happy.
Okay,
you wouldn't be surprised if it was him.
You got a year left. You make a bunch of money.
But still,
you're irrelevant.
Is Gundogan happy there?
Right, dude.
Remember what he said after the Clasico that they lost when they played really well for an hour? At home when they lost 2-1. That didn't sound very positive.
Hey, Ilkay,
to me.
you've been here 6 months, right? No, seriously, why don't you booger off back to Manchester or Dortmund or whoever will have you, right?
So, I don't know. So I don't know who. And maybe that was not true. Maybe they're just
I don't know. But I would have thought in this dressing room, the leaders, I would have thought the leaders should be the veteran players who've been there, right? So I would care much more about the opinion of Frankie de Jong, for better or worse. Obviously, Gavi and Pedri, Pedri I'm assuming doesn't talk much, but Gavi would, and he's very young, but Gavi
you would expect them to be on board, right?
I would expect them to be on board. Ter Stegen.
Yeah.
Araujo and Koundé. Guys, he's gone to bat for you guys so many times that I would expect some level of loyalty. And if Koundé thinks, I'm playing rubbish, I'm playing like a mannequin because Xavi's a bad manager, then the guy's got something wrong in the head. So I don't believe it's those guys. No. So when people say lost it, who are you talking about? João Felix? You're talking about João Felix because Cancelo he's not going to get a deal?
Not happy. I don't know. Maybe Cancelo and
you're not happy, Cancelo? Really?
Well, he doesn't play anymore, right?
Okay, you didn't play at Bayern. You didn't play Manchester City. Hey, you ever wonder maybe...
He's your guy, by the way.
He was my guy going forward. But when I see this defensive stuff...
it's bad. But even if it's not true, even if the dressing room was still behind him, but by the way, the fact that he didn't tell them and told the press first shows that there must have been tension. Because if you love that dressing room, if you love everybody, you don't quote them like that and mention it to the whole world before actually telling them.
I think more facts are going to emerge on this one.
Yeah, for sure. But so it comes on the back of all of that. I just can't see how they can turn this into a positive. They have to fight to finish top 4 because Atletico, Girona and Real Madrid, this is 3. Then you've got Athletic Bilbao behind. Real Sociedad can have a really good run and maybe come and...
The bottom could fall out. That's what you're talking about.
Completely. Especially if you have a bit more injuries, if there's a bit more tension, if there's this, if there's that. And I don't know, I would think that this morning, they might have a day off Sunday and Monday, I don't know exactly the scheduling, but it must have been pretty gloom the first time that they got all back together at the training ground.
Watch this space because I think the situation is going to get worse before it gets better. Jules, we need to conclude this by giving a shout out to...
Who's coming next?
I'm not going there. I mean, you're going to suggest Rafa Marquez because he's a cheap and cheerful in-house.
He's the Barca B.
Oh yeah, and look.
No, but then I'm going
to say something that's going to drive you mad.
Yeah.
Well, the last time they promoted somebody from Barca B to it worked out pretty well.
Rafa Marquez is not Pep Guardiola. I think we can all agree on that right now. They have no money. So where do you go? Well, Gasa Pimienta, you bring him back to the club because he's doing a good job at Las Palmas? Maybe. No. But where do you really go?
Yeah. Can I say something? What you do is you build a time machine. You go back 3 years. Laporta doesn't pull his stupid levers. you sell what you can sell, and you put your faith in the kids then. That's what you do.
Yeah, but okay,
and you still finished top 4.
It's not going to happen. So what do you do really in real life? You know what? You can convince Xavi to stay maybe and change his mind.
Could do, or maybe they go around the Champions League, find some money to pay a manager. I think those are the realistic scenarios.
In September, he signed a new deal. In January, to say, you know what, I'm leaving in 3 months' time. This is never seen before.
It tells you, it speaks volumes.
Never seen before.
We have to praise Villarreal and Marcelino. 5 goals away. That's big, even though several of them were gifts, but still.
Yeah.
Considering how the season started.
We're still 3-2 down with 10 minutes to go.
And who scored the 5th goal? El Comandante Morales.